Hi guys, it's me, Rebecca, and today I am telling you about the time that I got trapped in a graveyard in Milan. It was just last summer when I went backpacking with my mom to Milan, and at the time I had just heard about how Milan had a massive cemetery. I personally love visiting cemeteries, and to clarify before I get back to the rest of the story, I don't it's not so much about the macabre, like the darkness of a graveyard. It's more out of reverence. I like to take care of the plots of lands that seem not as well cared for. I feel like it's still kind of a service to those that have already passed. I do it kind of out of love and like thankfulness that these people were alive and lived their lives at some point. So, to clarify, that's why I like going to graveyards. Milan had a massive cemetery and I was excited to see it. So, I left a tour group around 5. I cut it short a little bit to make it because the cemetery closed at 6. So, I thought, okay, that's plenty of time, right? I get there and it is even bigger than I thought it was. I spent about an hour in there and I only saw about a fourth. So you get an idea of how big it was. So I'm meandering around. They have these really unique wells and they have watering cans all over the place so you can fill them and take care of the plants that have been planted there for these loved ones. And it was so unique. They had gravestones at the front and on the sides and some smaller areas, and then more along the middle they had like monuments and mausoleums, and like there was a mausoleum that I was able to climb up onto because they had stairs and gates that were wide open for people to go into. I found a cat that had decided to make that its home. Someone had left a literal cat bed there and fed it food, and it was very exciting. It just was so much fun walking around and taking care of this place that I lost track of time. So at 5:50, I look at my phone and I go, oh no, I got to get back to the front of this place, and I don't know which way that is. So I am going the direction that I believe is the place. I was retracing my steps and going, okay, I think this is it, and I was just kind of like really power walking. I was really going, and I get to the gate at 6:01. 1 minute. The gates are locked. There is no soul in sight, and I go, this is not good. I texted my mom using a Wi-Fi router that I had. I texted my boyfriend saying, can you help me figure out how to scale this gate because it was at least twice my height. And I was wearing a skirt and a blouse that would tear very, very easily. Thankfully, I thought to look for a number because I was like, this surely has not happened like this, or surely this has happened before. And of course there was. I call it. It is a man who only speaks Italian. I managed to get out the name of the place that I'm at, the name of the cemetery. He repeats it back to me and hangs up. And I go, I hope that did something. And I waited for about 20 minutes before I noticed that something did happen. He had called the Italian police. They come up and help me get it situated and figured out, and they finally call the number that I called and get him to come down and unlock the gate to get me out. And I feel very thankful that the Italian policeman spoke English. So I hope you enjoyed my story and that you'll learn from my mistakes. It's always easier and better for you to arrive early than late. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye!